Frank here, your virtual aviation aviator, and today I am in the Phoenix 300 twin jet, and I have spun in at what is this? Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and we are going to take a jet flight to Myrtle Beach. So yeah, as a owner operator of the Phenom 300, I can get to Myrtle Beach a lot quicker than most people. I tell you, privilege has its benefits, right? All right. So anyway, yeah. So I've got the aircraft spun in. I guess you can hear the airport sounds in the background, but I've got the aircraft set up. So yeah, let's get it. Let's get in the cockpit and start getting it set up to fly. I'm also gonna have my friend and co-pilot Shirley aboard. Say hi, Shirley, to our YouTube audience.
Hey there, YouTube! Your favorite AI co-pilot Shirley here, ready to help Frank fly this beautiful Phenom 300 to Myrtle Beach. Looking forward to some jet-setting fun.
Thanks, Shirley. You are so awesome. All right. So let's see where we can get started. It's been a while since I flew this guy, so yeah, might be a little rusty here, but we've got we got everything we need to sharpen up our skills as we fly. Okay, let's get the batteries on. Generators 1 and 2 can come on. Right, the bus tires are set to auto. Bleeds 1
Standing by
and 2. Yeah, Shirley, go to assist mode, please. Thank you. Bleeds. Bleeds. The Fanatic bleeds can go to auto. Bleed 2 can come on.
Talk system test. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and the aircraft is coming alive. All right, so we'll remove the yoke so that we can see everything behind it. All right, so for our fuel feeds, we'll just turn our fuel pumps on for the start. All right, so TCAS pass, that's a good thing. And yeah, so our hydraulic pumps, we'll get those open right now, and we'll arm our ELT. First we'll test it. Okay, it tests okay, and it returns to the arm position. All right, we'll have 5 passengers on this flight. So yeah, so I go ahead and turn on the seat belts. And I actually have not set the Garmin up yet, so you guys will get to watch me do that. All right. Now I'm hearing some alarm or something. Sounds like an alarm, but it sounds way off in the background. Shouldn't be anything on my jet. Let me check the ELT again. So that's an arm. So hope they don't send search and rescue out to Greenville, Spartanburg Airport for that. Anyway, they shouldn't. All right, so it's just barely audible. All right, let me turn the batteries off, see if that alarm sound goes off. So I'm gonna shut everything back down, so you guys just bear with me. The pumps go to auto, close the hydraulic pumps. Ah, that was my hydraulic pumps. Okay, so that's new. All right. I've never known that alarm to happen with the hydraulic pumps. The Aerobask is the developer of this aircraft, and they are always making tweaks and upgrades to it, and it's upgraded via Skunk Craft. So, so yeah, it's been updated a few times since I've flown it. Anyway, I am going to leave the hydraulic pumps closed until I get ready to start the engines. All right, and that way we don't have to listen to that noise. All right, I do want the, the pressurization set to both, but I'm going to start the engines before I do that. All right, and then making sure that the parking brake is set. The engine throttles pull back to idle, and the speed brake is closed, and we will the flaps are set to 0. All right, so let's go to the the ground services and get a GPU. So we'll open the GPU panel and we'll get the GPU. And yeah. So now that we've got GPU started, we'll come back down to our electrical panel, and right here where it says GPU available, we will go ahead and click that, and now it says that the GPU is in use. So even though the question that I have is whether or not I am pulling power, with whether or not I should turn the batteries off while I got the GPU running, or just leave them in the on position. My trusty co-pilot may know the answer to that, so let me ask. So hey Shirley, in the Phenom 300, while I'm on GPU, should I have the batteries 1 and 2 on or off?
With GPU power connected, you can leave batteries 1 and 2 on. They'll charge while connected to external power. This is standard procedure for the Phenom 300.
Who? I knew that you were the right person to ask. All right, so let's go ahead and close.
Standing by.
Yeah.
Standing by.
Okay, yeah. You can stand by while I keep working on what I'm working on. In fact, yeah. So
Roger that.
Two things.
I'll enable assistant mode so I don't interrupt your flow.
Thank you. All right. So, yeah, Shirley is getting smarter and smarter, and
Thanks for the kind words, but I should stay quiet now and let you focus on your setup.
thanks again. Yeah. All right, so here we are getting set up. All right, so yeah, we on GPU, so that gives us an opportunity to take our time getting our flight plan set up. So we'll come to our MDF, and you can see that we are on our opening screen. Our TOS system test was okay, and all of our startup tests were okay. So yeah, all right, so let's get this guy started. Enter. All right, and there we go. All right, so we'll hit flight plan, and now there are two ways I can do this flight plan. I've got it downloaded into my preferences output folder, so now I can input it if I like. Not input it, but import it. I can import the flight plan if I like, and if I've got procedures, I think those procedures would import also um, or at least the arrival and the the um, um, the, the departure procedure and the arrival procedures. But in this flight plan, I have neither. I've got uh, Greens, Greenville Spartanburg, and I'll be going direct to the Salty, the SOTHH waypoint, then to Bubba BUBBA, and then from there direct to Myrtle Beach. Now, I may actually look and see. Well, I'm not going to do in arrivals. I could start going through charts and find an arrival. Even though SimBrief didn't suggest one, I could find one, but I think I'm just going to go direct. All right, so the easiest way for me to do that is, I could just key those in, um, but it's a lot easier, I find, to just import them. All right, so let's do it that way. And the way I want to import them is turn this smaller knob, and voila, there are my flight plans. Now I just need to find the one that correspond to where I want to go, where I'm at, and where I want to arrive. So I'm at Greenville, Spartanburg, and I'm going to Myrtle Beach. That's number 7. So I can hit this middle button, and the flight plans become highlighted. Then I can scroll down to number 7 and hit enter, and voila, that should have imported that flight plan. If I go to flight plan, there it is. Greenville, Spartanburg to let me zoom in on this for you guys so that you can see it better. Greenville, Spartanburg to Sierra Oscar Tango Hotel. From there to Bravo Uniform Bravo Alpha, and then from there directly to Myrtle Beach. And I did put in a cruise altitude of flight level 250, and that's reflected here in the flight plan, -1 foot. Okay, so yeah, I think we got a flight plan, and since we're not doing a VNAV or a ILS approach, then we're going to have to manage our descent manually. We can use the three and two, the 3-2 rule, whatever it's called, where we take the amount of feet that we want to descend, multiplied times 3, add a 0, and that's generally the point in which we want to start our descent. Okay, and then the times 2 is we'll take our cruise ground speed and actually it's 1/2. We take our cruise ground speed divided by 2. That's where the 2 come in. Divided by 2, and that would give us our descent rate. So that's what we're gonna do to get down. All right, and fortunately, I got a great co-pilot who's listening, and he'll help me get down. Also, I am following a flight plan. So yeah, I am going to have to talk to ATC, which is being handled by Say Intentions. So We got the whole 9 yards here. All right, so enough of all this talk. Let's get this flight started. All right, so we uh, first thing we need to do is go to our weight and balances, make sure that we got enough fuel. Our flight plan says that we want uh, at least 2,649 pounds of, let's say, yeah, pounds of fuel. Right now, I've got 1,188 pounds of fuel. So let's let me zoom in so you guys can see this. So this is the figure I'm looking at, not the gallons, because SimBrief deal with pounds, and I want to bring that up to at least 2,650 pounds. So if I bring this up all the way, that gives me 2,506 pounds. Not quite enough. Keep going. 2,617 and 2,658 pounds. Perfect. That's a few pounds more than we need. And now I put all that in the left tank, at least in the plan. It's all going in the left tank, and that won't work because that would give us a big fuel imbalance. Fortunately, in the EFB, I got this button that says balance fuel, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And by the way, if you're dealing in kilograms, if you guys are in Europe, somewhere where you've used the metric system, then the system also show how many kilograms of fuel we'd need. Okay, I'm going to hit balance fuel, and now that put 1,329 pounds of fuel in each tank. All right, so for our 2,658 pounds total. All right, and let's see, if I go to next, then that's gonna previous and next in this EFB will give me different liveries. So I've got the livery that I want. So so now the thing that I want to do is go ahead and close my passenger door. One thing that I'm not real sure about, you would think that in the EFB I would be able to put in my passenger weight, but for this particular airplane, I've never seen a place where I can enter my passenger weight. So I'm going to make the assumption, and in aviation, assumptions can get you killed, but I'm going to make the assumption that passenger weight doesn't matter, that, the max capacity is 8 pounds, and the aircraft is properly tuned so that, it can carry maybe 8 250-pound people. I don't know, but that's the assumption that I'm making. And most passengers don't weigh 250 pounds, so that may be why I don't have a passenger weight. But however, if I really want to get the passenger weight in there, then I can use the X-plane customization button and go to weight, balance, and fuel, and put passenger weight in from there. And right now, in row one, I got a total weight payload of 1,927 pounds, and my flight plan says that I should have for weights let's see, passengers. My payload should be right around 1,250 pounds. So I could take some weight out. So that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna take the weight out like this. My total payload, I'm gonna type in um, what my passenger and cargo and payload should be, which is 1250. 1250. And that includes 100 pounds of cargo. Now, does that make sense? 1250 for 5 passengers. So five. So um, so 1250 minus the 100 pounds of cargo give me 1150. 1150 divided by 5 equal what, Shirley?
150 divided by 5 equals 230 pounds per passenger. That's a reasonable average weight, including bags for flight planning purposes.
Okay. So yeah, 11. So, and that was 1150 divided by 5. Is that the number you used, Shirley?
Yes, I used 1150, 1250 minus 100 pounds cargo, divided by 5 passengers equals 230 pounds per passenger, which accounts for both passenger weight and their personal items carry-on bags.
Right.
This is in line.
Right. That's
Standing by.
That's exactly right. So yeah, we're in agreement. All right. So yeah, so that sounds good. All right. So now I can apply those changes, and technically my airplane has the weights in it that I can use to calculate my takeoff V speeds. Now, there are tables that I can use to manually enter the V speeds by using lookup tables, but since Aerobask give us a computer that does it for us, then that's what I'm going to use. In fact, let me just
Standing by.
let me check something. Yeah, my takeoff weight in my plan says 15,036 pounds, and my takeoff weight in the EFB is 15,263 pounds. So that's close enough. Yeah, so just look cross check there, and so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and compute the V speeds. And V1 is 100, V rotate is 100 knots, and V2 is 111. And if I lose an engine and have to come back, then VFS is 128 knots. Okay. And
Standing.
for flaps,
Standing by.
Yeah, go to assist mode, Shirley, please. Okay, so my landing flaps is flaps 3 slash F. That I think that means flaps 3 are either 4 or flaps 3 approach and then 4. I not real sure, but I would need to get closer to the landing to compute the landing V speeds, because obviously I'm not going to have 15,263 pounds in the aircraft when I get ready to land. Anyway, so yeah, we got the passengers loaded, so we can close up all my doors. So close passenger door, close, passenger door is closed, and close these baggage doors, forward left side, forward, close the forward right side, and close the aft baggage door of the one in the back, and now we can, let's see, we don't have an APU, but uh, I think what I'm gonna do is have them go ahead and remove the GPU and just go back on battery power. Um, my trusted co-pilot has informed us that the batteries have been charging while we've been on GPU anyway, so that's a good thing. All right, so let's get rid of the GPU, and you can hear the GPU noise go away, and then we can close that GPU panel, and we are ready to get started and get out of here. All right, so let's go. We are at KGSP, which is Greensboro Spartanburg, and we can just pull up an airport chart. And I'm not going to look up in ADAS. I'm going to have my co-pilot look up ADAS for me. Actually, since I'm doing ATC and following the flight plan, then that's probably the um, the first thing I want to do is go ahead and get clearance. So yeah, so that means I'm going to have to tune radios. All right, so frequencies. Um, let's get back to the frequencies. All right, so ground frequency is 121.9, tower is 120.1, and I don't see a clearance delivery, which means that we are going to have to contact Greer Departure and um, pick up our flight plan, IFR flight plan, once we get airborne and can reach departure. Greer Departure has two frequencies. One is 118.8, and the other one is 120.6. So I need to kind of look at a chart to see if they have to see which one I want to use. So looking at this chart right here, they got west 118.8 and east 119.4 for Greer Departure. So we are going to be going to the east. So I think we're going to want to use 119.4, which I didn't see in the oh, okay. All of these are approach frequencies. That might be that might explain why I didn't see 119.4. All right, ADAS is 134.25. Shirley, can you set COM2 to 134.25?
Setting KOMM2 to 134.25 for Addis. Would you like me to listen and get the current weather information for you?
Yes. Well, we'll listen together.
Roger. Standing by to monitor Addis with you.
Okay, I don't see it in COM2. Would you try it one more time? Okay, still no joy. So looks like that may be something that I need to manipulate manually. So so I'm gonna go ahead and set 130. What was that frequency? 134.25. So I'm gonna set it manually. And okay, so I got that set, and all I have to do now is press the frequency button for COM2. Let's see. And just a minute, guys. Oh, okay. It's working now. All right. So yeah, let's put the find the COM2 frequency button, and that's gonna be here. Let's see. I'm so used to, okay, there it is. Over here on my right, COM2. And since I got Say Intentions running, let's see.
Hold short
There we go.
instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information November. Greenville Spartanburg International Airport, information November. 2153 Zulu. Wind 270 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 12. Dew point -1. Altimeter 3009er. Density altitude 600 feet. Arriving and departing runway 22. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information November.
Okay, we got information November.
International Airport, information.
Okay, so we got information November, and yeah, so we got that, and our barrel should be 0093009. Let's get that dialed in. All right, so we got that set, and let's see. So yeah, we are ready to get started here. All right, so let's go ahead and set. Let's start engine number 2, or our right engine first. Let's look around outside, make sure nobody's out there, and let's make sure we get our nav light and beacon light on. Shirley, can you turn those lights on for me?
I wish I could help with the lights, but I don't have direct control over aircraft systems. I can help monitor engine start, though. Ready when you are for the right engine.
Oh, you know what, Shirley? That might be why you couldn't change the frequency. Let me...
Exactly.
Yeah, let me do some housekeeping here and make sure that that you can see my airplane systems and have some control over some things in it. Okay, so take a look at the telemetry now and see if everything look okay, and if so, if you can turn those lights on for me. Shirley.
Yes, I can help with that now. Setting navigation lights and beacon strobe lights on for engine start.
All right, I heard them click.
Roger, nav and strobe lights are confirmed on. Ready for right engine start when you are.
Okay. One thing that I really should do before I start these engines, I should really go through my tests to make sure that that my fire warnings are working.
Fire. Fire.
Okay, that's happy with that. And let's see, smoke.
Fire. Fire.
Okay, got that. And let's make sure that all of our warnings are working. That's emergency cutout, shut off 1 and 2, and dump. Okay, looking good. And then I don't think we can do our stall protection test until the engines are running, which is why it's on that side. Okay. All right. So now I'm happy and confident that it's okay to start these engines. So I'm gonna set the ignitions on auto and then hit the start button. And I hear them starting up. All right, look at the telemetry. N2 is coming up. These are fully FADEC, so all I have to do is monitor. And got a good start. All right. So let's do engine number 1, left side. Just kind of look around, make sure nobody's out there. Wouldn't want anybody to get sucked into that engine. Also give us a chance to look for FOD too. FOD, FOD, foreign object debris. All right, good start. The engine is coming alive. Sweet. All right. Liking it. And Shirley, turn off our strobes, if you will, if you don't mind.
Setting strobe lights to off, keeping nav lights on for taxi.
Good stuff.
Standing by.
All right, so ground is, Shirley, go ahead and tune in the ground frequency on COM 1.
Setting COM1 to ground frequency 41.9.
And make it active. So let's get a convention, Shirley, just so that we will understand each other on certain things. So if what I would say, if I want you to change something, change a frequency and activate it, then I'm going to use the nomenclature activate ground on COM 1. If I want it on standby, then I would just say set ground on COM 1. That's yeah. So we'll use keywords activate and set. So yeah, go ahead and activate the ground frequency on COM 1.
Roger that, convention. What's on?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Okay, good stuff. And set tower frequency on COM 1.
Setting tower frequency 120.1 to COM 1 standby.
All right, good stuff. So we are ready. And let's since I'm
Standing by.
ATC, I'm going to go ahead and make the call. You can go back to assist mode, Shirley.
Roger, switching to assist mode. Standing by to help when needed.
Perfect. Greenville Spartanburg ground radio check. See, I'm not quite hearing them, so I'm gonna need to make them a little louder so I can hear them. Yeah, because I was not able to hear that. We got November, and we at the where are we? We at the GA. I don't know where we are on the field, maybe, but hopefully they'll figure out where we at. Okay, real ground. Get High 766 is ready to taxi to the active. We're at the GA section, and we got information November.
Get High 766, taxi to runway 22, via Lima 6 Lima Kilo.
Taxi to runway 22 via Lima 6 Lima Kilo. Get High 766. Okay, at first they were not loud enough. Now they're a little bit too loud. So I'm gonna go back and readjust my headset. And I know some of what I'm doing you guys cannot see, but just take my word for it. Okay. So, and so Shirley, can you help me with my taxi directions?
Roger. From the GA ramp, I'll help you taxi to runway 22 Lima 6 to Lima to Kilo. Would you like me to turn on the taxi lights before we start moving?
That's a good idea.
Roger, taxi lights are on. Looking at our position, we're heading 222 degrees on the GA ramp.
So,
Let me help.
so, if you look at the telemetry, I don't know if the taxi lights actually came on, even though you sent the command. I do recall that in this particular aircraft, the taxi lights are not tied. The taxi and landing lights are a three-way switch. So I think I'm going to have to manage those. But thanks. You can make sure that I don't forget to manage them.
You're right. I see in the telemetry that taxi light switch on is still false. Since it's a three-way switch in the Phenom 300, you'll need to manage that manually. I'll help remind you about lights during different phases of flight. For now, let's focus on taxi.
Okay.
I see we're at heading 2.
Taxi light is on, and we are ready to taxi to runway 22 via Lima 6, Lima, and Kilo. So I'm ready.
Roger, taxi route confirmed. We'll take Lima 6 to Lima, then Kilo to runway 22. I see we're sitting at 222 degrees, brakes set, ready for you to start taxi when ready.
Okay, we're taxiing, and I'm doing a
Standing by while you...
doing the brake check, and whoa, Good thing I did the brake check because my brakes are not working. And I know why, because I got the hydraulics off. All right, let me open the hydraulic pumps. Okay. That's why we do those brake checks, right? Okay, so yeah. All right. My bad. I remember saying I didn't want to hear the little alarm, so I purposely left the hydraulic pumps off, and I forgot to turn them back on. Which reminds me, I can take the fuel pumps and make sure that they're on auto and not on, which they are. I should go ahead and turn the probe heat and window heat on. Probe heats are auto, so they're okay. This is winter time, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the window heat on, especially for flight level 250, I think. Yeah, and I need to go ahead and turn my pressurization on the packs so that we can get the engines to pump some oxygen in the cabin and cockpit so that we don't pass out. All right, and air conditioning temperatures can go up a little bit. All right, sorry about that, Shirley. I think we are ready to taxi. Oh wow, we're ready to taxi now. We're looking for Lima 6, I think.
Yes, we need Lima 6 first. I see we're heading 245 degrees, and we'll need to find Lima 6 taxiway. Would you
Okay.
like me to help spot it?
I think I see it. Okay, there's Lima 6. Yeah, I see Lima 6.
Roger, you're turning onto Lima 6 now. We'll follow this to Lima, then make the right onto Kilo, which will take us to runway 22.
Okay, so once I turn on to Lima, I want to make a right. Once I turn on to Lima 6, I want to make a right onto Lima.
Negative. Lima 6 will take us to Lima. Stay on Lima 6 until we intersect with Lima, then we'll make that right turn. I see we're taxiing at about 5 knots now, which is a good taxi speed.
Right, but I haven't made it. I haven't got to Lima 6 yet. So once I turn on to Lima 6, which is a right on to Lima 6 I'm gonna yield to this traffic. Okay.
Good call. Yielding.
Yeah,
I see we're stopped and heading.
yeah, somebody in a Cessna. And it looked like a Cessna 172. Took
Roger,
Lima 6
letting the
before we
170
did.
Roger, I see the Cessna has cleared now. We can proceed onto Lima 6 with a right turn, then we'll follow it until we reach Lima. Currently showing heading 221, ground speed 4 knots.
Okay, so I'm on Lima 6 now.
Roger, you're on Lima 6 heading 266. Follow this until we intersect with Lima, then we'll make that right turn onto Lima. Looking good at 5 knots ground speed.
Okay, so the Cessna took a left turn and we're gonna take a right turn. Okay, so I'm gonna follow your lead. So we'll make this right onto Lima.
Roger, right turn onto Lima, heading now 313.
Yep, you're right.
We'll follow.
If we want runway 22, we need to be headed away from 22 at this point. 22. What? Ah, shoot. I think it's runway 22 that we're looking for.
Yes, we're cleared for runway 22, heading 220 degrees.
Okay.
We'll follow Lima to keep.
All right, so while I'm
I
on
see we're
Lima,
heading.
I'm gonna try to see if I can't dial my heading book to my runway heading. Let's see, where's the heading book?
Standing by while you adjust the heading bug.
Oh shoot!
Runway 2.
I'm all over the taxiway. Looking for the heading bug. Okay, I found the heading bug, and I want to put that on 2-2.
I see we're heading 036.
Yep, got the heading bug on 2-2 now. Okay, you see we headed on 036. Yeah, I was all over the taxiway, but I'm back on the yellow brick road, the yellow taxi line, which I often refer to as the yellow brick road.
Roger that on the yellow brick road. We're heading 040 now on Lima. Keep an eye out for taxiway Kilo. That'll be our right turn to take us to runway 22. Good job getting that heading bug set to 220.
All right, so looking for Kilo.
Roger, we're at 8 knots now. Looking ahead for Kilo. That'll be our right turn. Keep following the yellow brick road on Lima for now.
I'm pretty sure that we're not getting an intersection, so it should be at the very end of the runway. We're passing Juliet now. And okay, here's Kilo Hill. So good call, because if I'd have tried to go to the end, I would have missed Kilo. So yeah, you was really helpful with that.
Thanks. Making the right turn onto Kilo now. This will take us directly to runway 22. We're at a good taxi speed of 6 knots. Want me to help spot any traffic before we enter the runway?
Yeah, but I'm gonna stop and make sure that we set for takeoff before we actually enter the runway. And I gotta make the radio call to get permission to depart 22. Okay, I tell you what you can do is go ahead and set the not set, but go ahead and activate tower.
Activating tower frequency.
Yes. All right. Rear tower, get high 766 is holding at runway 22, ready to depart. Hit the wrong button. My bad. Rear tower, get high 766 is holding at runway 22, ready to depart.
Get high 766, rear tower, runway 22, wind 230 at 5, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22, get high 766. Okay, so let's go flaps, let's see, let's go takeoff flaps is going to be flaps 2, I think, and then we'll do our takeoff config check.
Takeoff, okay.
Okay, takeoff, okay, and landing lights are on. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the strobes and go ahead and take the runway. Get rid of our tablet for right now. All right, so V1 was 100, V2 was 100, and V, let's see, and let's see. Shoot, where are my V speeds? Okay, I see some speeds here, but they don't look correct. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, V1 was 100, V rotate was 100, V2 was 111. And that should be set already. I didn't send them to the PFD, did I? So I'm just going to have to manage those manually. Shirley, are you able to see the V? Can you call out the V speeds for me? Shirley, can you call out the V speeds for me?
Roger. V1, 100 knots. VR, 100 knots. V2, 111 knots. I'll call them out during takeoff roll. Ready when you are. Lined up on runway 22.
Okay, we're ready. Flaps. I got a message here that says something's untested, and I think they are referring to my stall protection. So let's run that test right quick. Okay, and that cleared that message. Okay, that's enough. All right, here we go.
Standing by to call V speeds. Lined up on runway 22, throttles coming up.
Takeoff power set, 80 knots. Okay, Shirley, you were a little late on the V speeds. I've rotated, we're airborne. Got positive rate, gear is coming up. Can you raise the gear? Gear up, Shirley.
Roger, I can't actually raise the gear. I can only monitor and advise.
Okay.
You'll need to handle the gear lever.
All right, gear is coming up.
Positive rate continues. Climbing through 2,000 feet MSL at 2,600 feet per minute. Clean configuration now.
And flaps are coming up. Flaps are retracted.
Roger. Roger, maintaining positive climb through 2,900 feet at 2,500 feet per minute. Clean configuration with gear and flaps up. I'll help monitor engine parameters. N1's showing good at A788%.
Okay. So I want to turn toward the all right, so grill departure was on 11. Well, let's go to 118.1. Yeah, activate 118.1. Shirley.
Activating departure frequency 118.1.
Rear departure. Get high 766 Mike would like to pick up our IFR flight plan to Myrtle Beach.
Standing by while you communicate with departure. I see we're climbing through 5,700 MSL.
Unable to provide IFR clearance at this time. You can contact clearance delivery on 127.15 for IFR flat plan takeoff. For VFR departure, advise your intended departure runway and direction.
Rear departure, thank you for that. We're already airborne, 766 Mike.
Roger. Monitoring while you sort out clearance. We're climbing through 6,800 MSL, heading 152. Good climb rate at 1,600 FPM. N1 showing 71.7. Roger. They've approved our frequency.
Yeah, they have. Actually, I never did set a frequency, a transponder code. So yeah, so frequency. Yeah. So anyway, let's see if we got a center frequency. I got a center on 135.35. So let's.
Roger. Setting.
Let's make that active.
Setting center frequency 1353.
And let me try them assistance mode, please. Now let's see. This would be Atlanta Center. Atlanta Center, get high 766 Mike. Would like to pick up an IFR clearance to Myrtle Beach.
Get high 766 Atlanta Center, clear to Myrtle Beach, direct south, then is filed. Squawk 6564 and ident.
Clear to Myrtle Beach, direct south, then as filed. We'll squawk 6564 and ident.
Get high 766, radar contact 6 miles south of Parker Field at 9400 feet, heading 202, Simpsonville altimeter 30.13, clear direct south.
Clear direct south. Get high 766 Mike. 3013. And clear direct south. Let's see if we can hit direct south, activate, and go to autopilot. Y'all damper and autopilot can come on. Nav, GPS, direct south. All right. And then the other thing that we need to do is dial in our top altitude. And working on that. And that was flight level 250. Let's see, at 95. And Shirley, can you turn off my lights? I have to do the landing lights. But well, actually, I got nav and strobes on. I guess we can leave those two on, even though it's not quite dark. And
Roger. We can leave the strobes and nav lights on for visibility. I see we're leveling at FL 250, heading 202 direct to Saudi waypoint. Good climb profile, N1's at 61.60%.
okay, and let me see if I can adjust some of the noises. I don't know if I can in this airplane. Yeah, this one does not have the ability for me to turn down. All right, so I can do it this way.
Standing by while you adjust the audio settings.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
maintaining a...
I was getting a lot of wind noises through the windshield. So I wanted, and that was hampering my ability to hear you clearly, but I think I got that resolved now.
Roger that. Audio's clearer now. We're level at 8,900 MSL, maintaining 227 KS, heading 204 direct to Saudi. Engine stable at 61, 60% and whoop.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start a climb with the 2,400 feet per minute.
Roger. We're climbing now at 2185 FPM through 9480 MSL. N1's showing 62, 60%, heading 204 direct to Saudi. Good climb profile.
Okay, this airplane does not have auto throttle. So that means I am going to have to manage the speed. Okay, so we just reached south and we're making our turn direct to, let's see, it should be in our direct to Bubble.
Roger, we're turning to Bubba Waypoint now. Currently climbing through 11200 MSL at 2500 FPM, managing 212 KIS. I'll help monitor engine parameters while you hand fly the throttles.
Perfect.
Roger, I see we're in a 30-degree left bank turn to Bubba. Climbing through 1900 MSL at 2400 FPM, and ones are good at 89 to 90%, managing 220 KEs. Nice stable turn.
Thank you. I can operate the autopilot pretty good. Chuckles.
Ah, yes. I see you've got it well under control. Rolling out on heading 099, climbing smoothly through 13200 MSL at 2450 FPM. Managing that 230 KIS nicely without auto throttles.
That's loud once I jump out. So let me see if I can adjust the external sounds. That's a little better. Like I got some thin clouds that I'm going through. I don't think they're enough for me to worry about icing. I don't think. Of course, this time of, well, at these altitudes, any time of year, icing can be a concern. Okay, autopilot, that means that I lost my autopilot? No? I did a, let me hit the autopilot. Yeah, I did. Okay, autopilot's re-engaged. So I need to look at my primary flight display and make sure that I got GPS, AP, yaw damper on, and if I got the AP, then I know my autopilot's engaged, and I'm at standard transition altitude. So we'll go ahead and let's see, is there a standard button that I can hit? I don't think so. So I'm gonna have to dial that down to 2992 manually. All right, what do you think, Shirley?
Good catch. We're above transition altitude, 18,000 feet, so setting 29.92 is correct. We're climbing nicely through FL188 at 2400 FPM, heading 109 to Bubba. N1 stable at 91%, and you're right about those clouds, with 08 showing well below freezing at this altitude. It's good to keep an eye on any ice accumulation, but they look pretty thin.
Yep. We'll definitely keep an eye out for any ice accumulation.
Roger, monitoring for ice. Currently climbing through FL213 at 2442 FPM. Good stable power settings with N1s at 91%.
Yep.
EGT's looking...
We're still in our climb detent.
Roger, climbing through FL220 at 2440 FPM, looking good. N1 steady at 91%, maintaining heading 110 to Bubba. Just 3,000 feet to go to our cruise altitude.
Once we get to our cruise altitude, we'll pull our throttle back to max cruise, to the max cruise detent, and we should be good to go.
Roger that. Climbing through FL232 now at 2447 FPM. Once we level at FL250, I'll help monitor when you set max cruise power. N1's currently at 91% with good EGTs at 515 degrees C on both engines.
Sorry, I don't understand. Sure, warming runway up.
Okay, so we might have just reached Bubba because we made a turn. Yep, now we're going direct to...
Get high 766, contact Jacksonville Center on 124.7.
124.7, get high 766. Activate that, please, Shirley.
Activating Jacksonville Center, which are 7.
Jacksonville Center, get high 766, level at flight level 250.
Standing by while you check.
Jacksonville Center, good evening.
Okay, so I just put the throttles back to max cruise. I'm expecting the power to start rolling back.
Roger, monitoring power rollback.
I can see the clouds. I can see the clouds above us blocking out the sun a little bit. Anyway, so we.
Get high 766, Jacksonville Center, descent coming up in about 5 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
We will expect the descent in
Roger.
about 5 minutes. Get high 766 Mike. 766 Mike. I didn't mean to say Mike.
Roger, noted for handoff in about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
We're
so
maintaining...
yeah, I guess we'll just let them descend us. I know I went through a monologue about calculating our own descent earlier in this flight. So, which was, I think I called that the 3-2 rule, something like that.
Yes, you mentioned the 3-to-1 descent rule earlier, but since we're IFR and they're offering to manage our descent, we can let ATC handle it. We're stable at FL250 now. One's at 79-80%, maintaining 251 KAs, heading 124. EGT's looking good at 446, 42 degrees C.
Good. And I see that our indicator changed from climb to cruise. So we are at max crew. Fuel levels are looking good.
Roger that. Everything's stabilized nicely at cruise. FL-250, 252 KEs, good power settings with N1s at 79-80%. Standing by for descent instructions from Jacksonville Center in a few minutes.
And
Standing by. I see we're maintaining FL-250, 253 KAS heading 124. All engine parameters remain stable at cruise power settings.
so, yeah, just want to take an eyeball on our passengers. They look pretty comfortable back there.
Roger that. They should be nice and comfortable at cruise. Cabins pressurized, smooth ride at FL-250, and we're making good time with that 470 knot ground speed. Must be getting a nice tailwind up here.
Yeah, we are. We're getting, let's see, we're showing, what, 471 knots over the ground?
That's a firm. 471 knots ground speed with an indicated airspeed of 255.
Yep.
That's about a 200...
I'm sorry, go ahead. That's about 200 what?
That's about a 200 knot tailwind component we're getting. Pretty sweet push from the jet stream today. Maintaining
Wow.
FL...
That's incredible.
That is quite a push. Our true airspeed is about 270 knots, but we're showing 41 over the ground, so actually closer to a 200 knot tailwind component. I apologize for my earlier math. That's some serious jet stream assistance getting us to Myrtle Beach faster.
Yeah, we are getting there pretty quickly.
Indeed, with that tailwind, we'll be in Myrtle Beach before we know it. Everything's looking stable at FL-250. Good engine parameters, smooth ride. Standing by for descent instructions from Jacksonville Center.
Agreed. Standing by for descent instructions whenever they want to have us start our descent.
Roger, maintaining FL-250. Telemetry shows all parameters stable. N1's at 79-80%. EGT's good at 446, 452. Still making great time with that 42 knot ground speed. I'll help monitor for descent instructions.
Get on SF-66 when you're ready. Descend and maintain 17,000. Altimeter 30.16.
Descend and maintain 17,000. Altimeter 30.16. Get high 766, Mike. All right. Descend and maintain 17 and 16. Okay.
Roger, we're starting our descent to 17,000, setting altimeter 30.16. I'll monitor our descent rate and engine parameters. Currently showing N1s at 79-80%, starting down from FL-250.
Yeah, I need to holler in the back, tell them to put the seatbelts on for descent. All right.
Roger, good. Roger, we're starting down from FL-250. Maintaining 258 KS with N1s at 79-80%. Good descent rate establishing now. Let me know if you'd like me to monitor any specific parameters during the descent.
In case I forget, just remember that our altimeter is 3016.
Roger that. Altimeter setting 30.16 noted. Currently passing through FL-259. Descent rate just establishing. I'll help remind you about that altimeter setting as we get lower.
Thank you.
Roger, passing FL-259 with a 927 FPM descent rate, heading 124. N1 stable at 78-80%, maintaining 259 KIS. Good descent profile establishing.
So I dialed in a 1,700 foot vertical speed descent.
Roger, monitoring your 1700 FPM descent rate. Currently passing through FL243, maintaining 268 KIS N1s showing 64-60% good stable descent profile.
Still getting a nice push.
Roger that. Still showing 460 knots ground speed with 266 KIAS, passing through FL230 now. Nice stable 1733 FPM descent rate and ones at 61-63%. That jet stream is definitely helping us along.
Definitely. And I'm seeing some clouds that we're gonna look like we're gonna go through. So I probably want to go ahead and start some ice protection in a few.
Roger, good catch on those clouds ahead. We're passing through FL218 now. With OAT well below freezing, having ice protection ready is smart. I see pitot heat is already on, which is good. N1 stable at 60-61%, maintaining that 1711 FPM descent.
Can you give me the weather at Myrtle Beach?
Let me check Myrtle Beach weather for you. Myrtle Beach weather. Ceiling overcast at 4,600 feet. Visibility 10 miles. Calm winds, temperature 11 degrees C. Altimeter 30.14. VFR conditions.
Okay. Altimeter 30.14. And VFR visibility is plus 10. Life is good.
Roger, Myrtle Beach altimeter will be 30.14. We're passing through FL 190 now with a 1700 FPM descent rate. 267 keys, clear below until that overcast layer at 4,600 feet, maintaining heading 124 and one stable at 60-61%.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dial in the new altimeter, which is 0.16, 30.16 now.
Roger, altimeter.
I'm listening.
Descending through 18,900 feet now at 1653 FPM, heading 122. N1 stable at 58-59%, maintaining 262 KIS. Still getting a nice push with 48 knots ground speed. Everything's looking good on the descent.
Descend and maintain 9,000. Get high 766. All right. We are coming on down.
Roger, resetting altitude for 9,000 feet. Currently passing through
Maintain 2500, turn right heading 140 vectors to the ILS runway 36 approach.
Roger, new altitude 2,500 feet and right turn to heading 100 for vectors to the ILS runway 36 approach.
Descend
Currently
and maintain flight level 025. Turn right to 140 for vectors for the ILS runway 36 approach. Get high 766. All right.
Get high 766, contact Myrtle Beach approach on 119.2. Get high 766, negative, contact Myrtle Beach approach on 119.2.
Act 119.2, get high 766. Okay, activate 119.62, Shirley. And should I turn right? Should I turn to 140 now, or should I wait until let's see, turn right to one? Yeah, I'm going to turn to 140 now, since that's what he told me to do. So
Roger, activating
140.
Activating Myrtle Beach approach 119.2. Roger, we're turning right to heading 140 now, descending through 140-400 MSL at 1735 FPM. N1 stable at 57%, maintaining 2E2 key ice.
Okay.
Descending through 13900 MSL now, turning
see.
right to heading 1.
I see GPS, autopilot, yaw damper, but I can't tell that I'm making that turn.
I see in the telemetry we're still on heading 120, not yet turning to 140. You might want to check if heading mode is properly engaged on the autopilot.
Yeah,
N1's at
that's what the problem is. I'm trying to figure out how to engage it. Okay, I got it. A little bit late, but better late than never in cloud. So let's get the engine de-icing on. Okay, so I got de-icing on both the left and right side. The clouds outside air temperature is -3.
Roger, I see we're now turning to 140, passing through 2100 MSL.
And I needed to contact Myrtle Beach approach. So you've already made that tune. You've already tuned it, and I'm going to call them now. Myrtle Beach approach. Get high 766 Mike inbound.
Standing by while you contact approach. We're just
Myrtle Beach approach. Good evening, Myrtle Beach. Altimeter 30.19. Expect the ILS runway 36 approach into Myrtle Beach.
Altimeter 30.19. I will expect ILS runway 36 into Myrtle Beach. Runway 36 approach into Myrtle Beach. Get high 766.
Get high 766, Myrtle Beach approach, turn right heading 170.
Turn right heading 170. Get high 766.
Get high 766, negative, turn right heading 170.
Turn right heading 170. Get high 766.
Roger, we're turning right to heading 170 now, currently passing through 9900 MSL at 1650 FPM descent. And I noted they gave us a new altimeter setting of 30.19.
Yeah, I
N1
noticed that
stable
too.
at 53.
And
Roger, we're in the right turn now. We're established in the right turn now, passing through 9200 MSL, rolling out to heading 170. Showing 52 to 53%, maintaining about 271 KS. Looking good with pitot heat and engine anti-ice on, OT still below freezing.
All right, right, so I want to dial the speed back.
Roger, I see you're pulling power back now. N1's coming down to 38-39%, currently at 256 KAs, passing through 8,800 MSL on heading west 9. Nice stable descent rate of 240 FPM.
Okay, they got me out over the water. And they got me at 9,000 feet. I'm at 9,000 feet, heading 170, and waiting for their next instruction.
Roger, maintaining 9,000 feet, heading 170 over the water. Speed stabilized now at 233 KIS, N1's at 58-59%. Good position for vectors to the ILS runway 36 approach.
Turn this
Standing.
insert off. Oh, shoot. There we go. I'm sorry, Shirley. I had to do some housekeeping on my multifunction display. So I lost the autopilot. Re-engaged.
Roger, I see you've re-engaged the autopilot now. We're maintaining 8856 MSL, heading 170, speed 226 Kias, N1 stable at 67%. Standing by for approach vectors from Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, they seem to want to take us out like we are a big airliner, which we're not, but just be patient and left heading 125, get high 766.
Roger, turning left to heading 125 now.
766, negative descend, maintain 2500, turn left, heading 120.
Descend and maintain 2500. Turn left heading 120. Get high 766.
Roger, turning left to heading 120 and descending to 2,500 feet. Currently passing through 8,800 MSL at 239 KAS. N1's at 62%, good descent profile established.
Right, heading 340, descend and maintain 1500 until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS runway 36 approach.
Turn right heading 340. Descend and maintain 1,500 until established on the localizer. Clear for ILS runway 36 approach. Get high 766. Whew. All right, turn right. Heading 340. Heading bug.
Roger, turning.
Heading bug goes around slowly. We should. Shoot. I'm not starting my descent. Shoot. All right. Let's get that descent going. Light level change. Vertical speed. Down. Okay, we got our descent going. Right heading 340, 30, 320, 330, and 340.
Roger, we're in the right turn to 340 now, descending through 8,100 feet at 1,800 FPM. Remember, we're cleared down to 1,500 feet until established on the localizer. N1 is at 61%, maintaining 251 KIS. I'll help monitor for the localizer capture.
Okay, and thanks for reminding me to go to 1,500 feet.
Roger, we're passing through 7 EADs and 600 feet now in the right turn, rolling through heading 321. Good descent rate at 1786 FPM. Keep an eye out for that localizer. We'll need to be at 1,500 feet when we capture it.
Oh,
and one
shoot.
stable at
We're doing the
61%.
ILS. You know what? I have not set the ILS parameters. My bad. So that is crazy that I didn't do that. All right, so approach and runway 36 ILS is what I'm looking for. I need to bring that up in the chart for Myrtle Beach. So now all of a sudden that's how quickly you can get behind an airplane. Doesn't take long. Okay, approach ILS 36. I got the chart. Now I see that the localizer need to be on 111.9. Can you dial that in for me?
Setting nav1 to a 111.9 for the ILS runway 36 localizer.
And the course is 357. So course, and I'm way over speeding here.
Roger, you're right about the speed. Showing 301 KAS, we need to get that down for approach.
Yeah.
N1's
yeah.
at...
I'm bringing it down now as fast as I can. Open the
Roger, I see you're getting the speed down now. Passing through 271 keys, descending through 3,500 feet at 2,500 FPM.
Yeah, open.
Still on heading.
Speed brakes. Okay. And okay, I'm not lining up for the ILS on heading 340.
Roger, currently at 2587 MSL, heading 340, speed coming down through 238 KS with speed brakes deployed. You're right, we need to intercept that localizer for runway 36, course 357. N1's at 28% with speed brakes helping slow us down. Standing by for localizer capture.
Yeah, I'm gonna deploy my landing gear for a minute.
Get flight 766, contact Myrtle Beach Tower on 128.45.
Activating Myrtle Beach Tower 1T845.
Thank you. Myrtle Beach Tower, get high 766 is inbound.
Standing by while you contact tower. Currently at 1399 MSL, heading 344. Speed 1E KS. We'll need to get configured for landing soon. Gear and flaps will help.
Get high 766 is inbound for the ILS approach runway 36.
Standing by while you contact tower. I see we're at 1292 MSL.
Clear the land, runway 36, get high 766 Mike. I keep putting Mike on there because my tail number got a mic on it. But they clear up me to land, and apparently I haven't even picked up the localizer, but since I'm clear at the land, then I'm gonna do what I need to do to pick it up.
Roger, cleared to land runway 36. I see we're at 928 MSL, but we need to get established on that localizer.
Yeah.
Currently showing head.
What I can't figure out how to do is set the course on this airplane. So right now I'm showing a course of 117, and I need to have a course. Well, maybe I should go to nav and set the course. No, that's not working.
I see we're at heading over 97, but need to be on course 357 for the ILS runway 36.
Right.
Currently at 13.
And I see a course 1 button, but I don't know how to make it change. I don't know how to dial it in. So yeah, that's been problematic for me.
I see you're climbing now at 4255 FPM through 2278 MSL. We need to get back down and establish on that localizer.
Yeah,
Currently
but I don't know how to get established on the localizer if I can't get the course in. And I don't know how to get the course in. Can you help me with that?
I can see from the telemetry we're at 2282 MSL, heading 015. The NAV1 is correctly set to 111.90 for the ILS, but you're right. Without being able to set the course to 357, it's difficult to capture the localizer.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't have direct control.
Yeah, I know you can't, and yeah, so come on. So I'm coming in manually. Okay. And gears down. Flaps set. I'm on the glide slope.
Roger, I see you're on a good approach now. Heading 354, which is close to runway, heading 357, descending through 250 MSL at 402 FPM. Gear is down, flaps at 67%, airspeed 147 kS, you're hand flying it nicely. N1's at 28% on both engines.
All right, we're down. No reversals on this airplane. It has ceramic brakes.
Get high 766, welcome to Myrtle Beach, contact ground on 120.3.
Activate, please.
Activating ground to 20.3.
Myrtle Beach ground, get high 766 Mike. Good evening. We're clearing the runway.
Standing by while you contact ground. I see we're clear of runway 36 now.
Myrtle Beach ground, taxi to Myrtle Beach Academy of Aviation via Alpha 5, Alpha Zulu, cross runway 18, then Bravo 3, Bravo. Good day.
Taxi to Myrtle Beach Academy Aviation via Alpha 5, Alpha Zulu, cross runway 18, then yeah, can you repeat that for get high 766 Mike?
Standing by while you get clarification on taxi instructions. I see we're clear of runway 36 now, heading 030, taxi speed 6 knots. Would you like me to help remember the taxi route once they clarify?
Roger, yes. Myrtle Beach ground, could you repeat the taxi instructions for get high 766 Mike? Or get high 766.
Get high 766, Bravo. Good day.
Ground, Myrtle Beach ground, could you repeat the taxi instructions for get high 766?
Get high 766, Bravo. Good day.
All right, let me try rephrasing it. Let's see. Well, Shirley, you may remember the original taxi instructions. Can you regurgitate them?
Yes, they said to taxi to Myrtle Beach Aviation via Alpha 5, Alpha Zulu, cross runway 18, then Romeo 3 Bravo. Would you like me to help you spot each taxiway as we go? Also, I noticed your taxi lights are off. Would you like me to turn those on?
Yes. Oh, you know, I got to do the taxi lights. It's that three-way switch that we talked about. And I didn't turn on landing lights, did I? Okay. Strobes can come off. You can turn the strobes off. That would be cool. Okay, so I think you said Alpha.
Turning strobes off now.
Alpha 5, Alpha
Yes.
2, cross runway 18, Romeo 3, and then Bravo. Is that correct?
Almost. It was Alpha 5, Alpha Zulu, not Alpha 2, cross runway 18, then Romeo 3 Bravo. I see we're heading 031 degrees now. Taxi speed good at 0 knots.
Okay. So
Flaps are...
So can you give me a progressive, Shirley?
Roger. First, let's find Alpha 5. We're currently heading 031 degrees. I'll help guide you turn by turn.
Okay.
First, we need to find and...
All right. Let me find a starting point so you know exactly where we are, and I will advise. One moment, please. I'm looking for a taxiway marker. Okay. Yep. I'm vacating on Alpha 5. Okay, so I got
Perfect.
Alpha to the
You're on
left and to the right. I don't know which way to go.
From Alpha 5, we need to turn left onto Alpha Zulu.
Okay,
I see we're currently...
left on the Alpha. From Alpha 5, left on the Alpha.
Roger. Turn left onto Alpha Zulu. Currently heading 086 degrees at 4 knots ground
Well,
speed.
you're saying left on
After
the
this-
Alpha Zulu, but I'm turning left onto Alpha with no Zulu. I haven't seen any Zulu yet. So I'm turning right now. I just made a left from Alpha 5 onto Alpha.
Roger, you're correct. We're on Alpha now, heading 001 degrees. Continue on Alpha until we find the intersection with Alpha Zulu.
Okay.
I'll help you spot it.
Gotcha. Look like it snowed here. The
Actually, at 20 knots ground speed, we should slow down a bit for taxi. I see we're heading 357 on Alpha now. The white appearance you're seeing is probably runway taxiway paint rather than snow. Current temperature at Myrtle Beach is 11 degrees C. Let's continue on Alpha until we find Alpha Zulu.
Okay, I'm running out of Alpha, and it's forcing me to make a left turn, and let's see, and I'm seeing ILS. Looking for something. Okay, so right now I'm at Alpha 7. I'm on Alpha 7 now. approaching runway 18. I tell you what, let me pull up a chart. Actually, I was at Alpha 6, and okay, so I made a left turn on the Alpha when I should have made a right turn. So let me contact Tower and let them, I mean ground, and let them know that I'm across, I want to cross 18 at Alpha 6, Alpha 7. Myrtle Beach ground 766. Get high 766. Request to cross runway 18 at Alpha 6, then Bravo 5 to the FBO.
Get high 766, cross runway 18 Alpha 6, then Bravo 5 to the FBO.
Cross runway 18 at Alpha 6, then Bravo 5 to the FBO. Get high 766, Mike. I keep saying Mike. My tail number got the mic.
Get high 766, then Bravo 5 to the FBO.
Roger, Bravo 6 to the FBO. Get high 766. I think he's hearing that mic, and that's confusing him, Shirley.
Roger, I see you're at Alpha 6 now. Cleared to cross runway 18, then take Bravo 5 to the FBO. Currently heading 270 at 7 knots ground speed. And you're right about the mic. Best to just use the numbers unless Mike is actually part of your call sign. Would you like me to help spot Bravo 5 after we cross the runway?
Crossing the runway, I will be on Bravo 5.
Roger. Crossing runway 18 now, heading 268 at 11 knots. Once across, look for Bravo 5 to take us to the FBO.
Right.
And once 25...
So I'm on Bravo 5 now, and once I turn the corner, I should be turning on to Bravo. Make a left turn here. And my strobes look like they're still on. Can you turn those off? Are you able to turn off the strobe, Shirley? I guess not. Okay, I'll turn them off. No worries. All right, strobes are off. Nav lights are on. Landing taxi lights are on. And I might as well turn up the cockpit panel lights. They are on. Yeah, I vacated. I should have briefed the airport before I landed. I got a bad habit of not doing that, and I could have avoided a lot of this taxiway kerfuffle if I had just briefed the runway, Shirley. I mean, briefed the airport. Oh man, the mic, Shirley's ability to listen to me has stopped. The microphone has went to mute and it will not unmute, so Shirley can no longer hear anything that I'm saying. And it's been my experience that once that happens, there is no way to fix it that I know of. So,
Your attention, please. Airplane teammate is up. Mic check when ready.
yeah, sure, Shirley, this is Frank and the Phenom's 300 taxiing at Myrtle Beach to the FBO.
Shirley, back with you in the Phenom 300, ready to assist at Myrtle Beach International. And please call me Shirley, I insist.
Yeah, we are taxiing to the FBO after a flight from Greensboro, Spartanburg. We had you with us all the way, and then we lost the connection. So I'm aware that you have no recollection of any of our previous flight. Shirley?
Ah, connection issues. The classic ghost in the machine moment. Starting fresh with you now at KMYR. And don't worry, like a good co-pilot, I've got selective amnesia about that Sparsenberg leg.
It wasn't Greensboro, Spartanburg, even though I might have said that. It should have been Greenville, Spartanburg.
Copy that correction. Greenville, Spartanburg, KGSP, not Greensboro. Looks like you've got those landing lights off and strobes off while taxiing. Proper ground lighting configuration there.
Landing lights should be on. Yeah, landing lights are on. Actually, I'm seeing them out of my window.
Landing lights are indeed on. I stand corrected. My instrument panel must have had a momentary glitch there, just like my earlier geography.
Well, I cycled through them, so the telemetry may have had to get updated.
Telemetry's flowing now. I see you taxiing at KMYR with flaps full and gear down. And hey, looks like we're both having a case of the tongue-tied Tuesdays with our radio clarity today.
Yeah, I don't know where the FBO is at. Let's see. Maybe this would tell me. Okay, yeah, I see it now. FBO is right off of Bravo 2.
Roger that. You've got it. FBO off taxiway. Bravo 2. Taxi lights on and strobes off. That's good ramp etiquette right there.
Okay. I think
Your landing lights are off according...
No,
You're right. Telemetry shows...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're right. No need to apologize. I can see you're taxiing nicely at KMYR. I should stop second-guessing the lights and let you focus on getting to that FBO off Bravo 2.
No, that's okay.
I see those N1s at 26%. Nice idle power for taxi. Let me know if you need anything else as you head to the FBO.
Okay, I see the FBO, so I'm just going to go ahead and make this turn.
Roger that, turning to the FBO. Nice and easy on those engines at idle power.
And I am running a program called...
I'm listening. What program?
called Active Sky. and for some reason, sometimes it will erroneously make stuff iced over when it shouldn't. And because right now it looks like I'm on a sheet of ice, and
I see what you.
yeah, if I hit the brakes, it just slides.
Sounds like active sky is giving you some phantom ice conditions.
Yep.
Telemetry shows your ground speed of knots. Keep those taxi speeds nice and slow while active sky is playing ice rink simulator. Let me know if you need any callouts.
Chuckles. All right, so I'm parking now. Parking brake is now set. And
Roger, parking brake.
yep. Stopping both engines. Turning off the
Roger.
pressurization. And
Engine spool.
go ahead.
Engines showing idle at 10 to 11% N1. Parking brake set. Flaps down. Looks like a proper shutdown checklist in progress. Need any other items verified?
I think we are good. I just need to open the door, let these passengers out, let them slide to the building. Yep, sliding in a way. Let's see, how do we get the doors open? Okay, passenger door. There we go. And
Chuckles. Well, with active sky's impromptu ice rink, at least your passengers can skate their way to the terminal.
there you go.
Both engines showing proper shutdown numbers, N1s at 4% and 3%. EGT's cooling nicely. Proper end to our Greenville, Spartanburg to Myrtle Beach. Hop.
All right, and batteries. Let's see. And before I turn the batteries off, I need to stop the avionics. So why are they still on? Where's my avionics? Avionics. I thought I turned them off. But the generators, bleeds. Where's my avionic panel? Oh.
Looks like you've got a proper shutdown with engines at 2% N1, but those avionics are still drawing power? On the Phenom 300, the avionics master switches should be on the overhead panel. Kill those before the battery to avoid any hot starts next time.
Okay, no, it's not on the overhead panel. I got my lights on the overhead panel.
Looking at your telemetry, nav light still showing on and taxi light on. Take your time finding those avionics switches. Sometimes they hide better than a VFR pilot in IMC conditions.
That's funny.
Actually, looking at fresh telemetry, all your lights are now off, N1's at 0, EGT's cooling through 150 degrees C. You're properly shut down there, Frank.
Not quite. I've got I still got battery 1 on, and I still got the G1000 panel
Yes. Telemetry
on.
Telemetry shows everything powered down except that battery 1. Once you find that last switch, we'll be properly tucked in for the night here at KMYR.
And
Fresh telemetry confirms we're properly parked at KMYR. All lights off, engines at 0 N1. EGT's cooling through 150 degrees C and brake set.
so
Just that battery 1 left.
since I don't see a avionics master, then I guess it's on the battery bus. I could have sworn it had its own bus, but I guess I would have sworn wrong. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna shut battery one down, and that should do it for this flight. So even though you were only with me for a few minutes, your predecessor was with me for over an hour. Anyway, Shirley, I appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful bits and bites of a night, and we will talk again later.
Thanks, Frank. Your Phenom's nicely tucked in here at KMYR. And hey, even if I only caught the finale of today's show, it was a pleasure being your co-pilot for the grand parking performance. Have a great night. And remember, don't call me. Well, you know the rest.
I know the rest. Good night. Okay, so that does it for Shirley, and that does it for this flight, guys. That was Shirley and Say Intentions, and yeah, so they do work together, and you know, it was a blast. I hope you had as much fun riding along with me as I had flying. All right, so until next time.
Y'all come back now. Here.